Oh, hey there, I'm Jorge. I grew up in the 80s and I loved getting into trouble. I love monster trucks, love going to church, love God, love cats. Here is one of my current cats, Jelly, and I've always been a huge music fan. Here's some older stuff that I have, quite a bit of Stevie Nicks in there. But do you know what I really love? Extreme metal, black, death, grind, all of it. And I want to invite you on this journey with me discovering extreme metal. What is up, folks? Welcome back to A Christian Collects Death Metal. It's your pal, Jorge. Hey, thanks for taking the time to stop by. Today, we will be discussing Sparagmos by Spectral Voice. This group first formed back in 2012, Dark Descent Records, great death doom stuff coming out of Denver, Colorado. There's quite a bit of good material coming out of Denver, Colorado. You got Primitive Man, of course, Blood Incantation, and for those of you who don't know, and obviously, if anyone is late to the party, it's me. Spectral Voice is basically Blood Incantation minus one member, or give or take one member. Man, this album hits all the sweet spots for me. It has that classic slow doom stuff going on, but man, there are parts where it just ramps up and just turns absolutely feral. Couldn't get the word out. Just absolutely ferocious. As you can see, there are only 4 tracks on this album. That's it. 4 tracks. Anyway, this was released earlier this year in 2024. Back in 2017, they released their first LP after a series of demos, splits, what have you, leading up to, like I said, their first EP, which is Eroded Corridors of Unbeing, also Dark Descent Records. So there was a bit of a hiatus, you would say, leading up to this second album of theirs, the sophomore release, and I think that is partly because where they are in Blood Incantation, and that band has just blown up, signed to a major label, Century Media, so obviously maybe they were a little bit busy, and that's always my fear when it comes to people who are in different bands. I think the one drummer, not only is he in both Blood Incantation and also Spectral Voice, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think he is also in Wayfarer. So a lot of these guys have just been in and out of bands, and there's always that concern that, hey, the attention is split. Will the focus really be there for the endeavors? I guess similar to what Lars and James Hetfield, was concerned with as far as Jason venturing out and doing his own thing. They wanted him to just stick with Metallica, and of course he broke away. But I don't think that's the case with these guys. I think they know what they want. They know what they are. They're good at what they do. And if they're in a couple of bands, for goodness sake, man, if that's what, do you. Obviously, I'm a fan of both Blood Incantation and Spectral Voice. And can we just acknowledge the photos on this insert? You cannot even see the band members. This is obviously Death Doom that is very dark, right? And so I think the aesthetic is perfect. 2 members are present here. You wouldn't know that unless you look down at the names, but yeah, this just looks kind of like a silhouette. Some candles, and you assume there's a couple people here. You can kind of vaguely see this dude's arms. So yeah, anyway, I love the aesthetic. This album is mixed really well. It has that early 90s sort of production style, which people might be calling that the 90s death revival or what have you. But these guys are very much like, this is not Blood Incantation death metal. This is death doom at its finest. And I've heard a few people review this that seem to think that there was some black influences, some tremolo stuff going on. I'm not so sure about that. I'm also a greenhorn, but from from what I listen to on here, these guys do everything the right way. Let me just say, whatever cardboard this is that they use, I have not seen this at all before. Usually a normal cardboard sleeve is so thin, and I'm trying to hold it up for reference, but yeah, just really thin and kind of pliable or bendable. This is like sturdy. Like, I've never seen this material used for LPs before. So anyway, 4 tracks, and man, this thing starts out, in my opinion, a little slow with Be Cadaver. In fact, if I were to rate these 4 songs, I think Be Cadaver, for me, would come in last place, but it does achieve that Death Doom feel. The sound is there. Not a lot of speed, though some. Where it really ramps up, at least for me, in my opinion, and this is all subjective. We all know that. Red Feasts condensed into one. This is absolutely glorious. I mean, they have talked before on interviews that, tension and release is a big thing that they try to implement into their work here with Spectral Voice, and you really see that actually with the last 3 tracks. Slow stuff, doomy, dreary, brooding, and then it just turns absolutely feral, ferocious, just absolutely insane. Those 2 songs, and side A is over. Alright, the 3rd song, Sinew Censer. I think censer is what holds, like, incense. Like, when you think of, like, the Catholics swinging the little thing with the burning incense, that little metal thing with smoke coming out of it. I think that's what a censer is. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Sinew, obviously, the stuff that holds, like, muscles together, I think. I could be wrong. And you kind of see that, actually, on the artwork of the album. And in an interview, they said that the music they try to make, the artwork is very important because the music and the artwork have to go hand in hand. When you listen to the music, you automatically think, oh, okay, yep, the cover art makes total sense now. What I'm listening to, yep, it all works. So there's that. And while I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and show you this really cool poster that it comes with, which actually expands upon the cover art. I love Dark Descent, man. They always offer all kind of little goodies, right? So this is actually, let me try to bring it back. There we go. I am sorry about the glare. Let me fix that. So that's going to be kind of what it looks like. There's something going on with this guy's hand here that I'm not really aware of. It looks like 2 right hands. Anyway, this is super cool, man. No text at all, just the artwork. So there's that. I think it also comes with a postcard, if I'm recalling right. But anyway, you go into Sinew Censer, and this is just full on, full throttle. It's probably the fastest song, most ferocious on the album. Though, like I said, the other songs do have hints of that. They have parts where they ramp up, they calm down, they ramp back up, right? And then it ends with Death's knell rings in eternity. And I think the word knell means like a ringing, or like a bell ringing. So like Death's ringing, or bell rings in eternity. Super, super cool stuff. I think that might be the longest track as well, but it's a great way to end the record. You got the tension and the release, the build-up, the ferocity. Great stuff by these guys. I'm really impressed with them. I think I'm going to look into trying to find some of their splits as well. And another thing, too, is Sparagmos. I think that is Latin for to be torn apart, like from limb to limb. You can look it up on their Bandcamp. It'll tell you exactly for sure. But constantly impressed by these guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Leave a comment letting me know exactly what you think about Spectral Voice, about my treatment of the album. I'm here, I'm new, I'm a newbie, still, wet back there. So I'm a greenhorn, willing to learn a thing or two, open to criticism. So hit me with it. I appreciate you guys. Jorge signing off. Be blessed.